They go a little something like this. I was once here, but I wanted to be up there. I failed so many times, but instead of giving up, I worked hard. I persevered. To success does consist of a lot of failures along the way, and you're going to need to work hard and push through. But here's the problem.
Stephen Chow is a Markham-based dance instructor and performer for a company called Vibe. He's been teaching for 6 years, and some of his past performances include Superwave Korea, a dance
Don't let me down. 울어 매일 밤. Stop breaking my heart. 너는 내게보다 모르고 눈 돌려. I got what you're looking for.
I didn't expect the crowd to be this large, so I kind of mildly pooped my pants when I came in. Because normally the amateur crowd that I work with happens to be about 20 to 30 people in the crowd at 10 o'clock at night in the comedy club. So thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank you. So as some of you might know, I'm moving my way up into FedEx in the administration department. And I face a lot of challenges personally in the administration department because one, it's administration, and two, I work mostly with 40-year-old women. One time I leaned in for a kiss in the car with my girlfriend, and I was leaning over, and as I leaned over, I was saying, I love you so much. I was trying to lean in. And as I leaned over, she was leaning in too as well. But just a little bit further I had to go. And as I leaned, the windshield wipers came on. And then the water came out. I said, it's for the effect, babe. She says, oh, you're so rom-com. Romantic comedy.
So thank you so much. So, oh yeah. sorry for interrupting. So yeah, you've probably heard this motto from your parents over and over again ever since you were a baby, that it doesn't really mean anything to you anymore. Okay, that's one. You probably also don't let yourself fail enough. I had to work through so many internal obstacles to get to where I am today. And I believe a lot of you guys will be able to relate to my story because so much of what I had to go through had to do with me growing up as a Korean. And how did my parents talk about failure? Well, there was this one time that I didn't make it into this accelerated academic program that many people, including my parents' friends, expected that I'd get in. But when I didn't, my parents advised, let's just tell others that you got accepted, but you chose to go to your private Catholic high school for religious reasons. Okay, that makes sense, that's believable. So that's what I said. And that's when I adopted my parents' shame-based culture, and I learned that failure is unacceptable. That it matters what other people think of me. My mom also focused a heck of a lot on external results. So she would celebrate the achievements of her friends' children. So she'd say things like, oh, you know, the son of one of my friends is reading a book this thick. Or the daughter of one of my friends, she got into Harvard. Right? Translation, hey, look, they're Korean, you're Korean. If they can do that, so can you, right? But reprogramming my brain was the most difficult thing that I ever had to do. But as I did it, my heart began to heal. Even though I was jobless and doing nothing with my life, I worked on loving myself. I worked on caring for others again. And I worked on being more hopeful. This whole time, I didn't work on any creative projects because for so long, that's exactly where I was drowning my emotions, right? But now, I felt like I was ready. And so I worked on my first project, not out of a place of, I have to do this, but out of a place of, I want to do this. On December 2nd, 2012, I uploaded my project onto YouTube, and what happened afterwards was a miracle. That animation was supposed to go faster. I went viral all over the world. In just 3 days, my video hit 10 million views. I was on the news everywhere, and all these different celebrities were tweeting about me, including Psy. Psy was tweeting about me. And my inbox, it was flooded with jobs and opportunities. Today, I make great passive income from YouTube. I get jobs coming from all over the world, and I get to pick and choose what I want to do, all on my timing. I am long recovered from all my many addictions, and now I help many others work through theirs. I get invited to different conferences, and things like this, where I get to share my story. And this year, I'll be getting married to the woman of my dreams, and there's been so much healing in my relationship with my parents. By the way, this is my fiancée, Kimberly Ray. After we get married, her name will become Kim Kim. She's pretty happy about that. But most importantly, I have joy in my heart, which makes everything in my life worth it. But looking back, I know I wasted a lot of time. I spent so much time trying to run away from my emotions when they're all normal to have. I spent so much time trying to create my worth when all along, I just needed to believe that I'm good enough just the way I am. And that's what I want to encourage you guys as well. To stop believing that you're not good enough as a person. If you're a woman, stop believing that you're not woman enough, that you're not beautiful enough. If you're a man, stop believing that you're not man enough. Instead, believe that you have incredible intrinsic value just the way you are. That you're beautiful just the way you are. You know, stop believing that you live in a world of scarcity where you need to scavenge for your share among your many competitors. No. Instead, believe in a world of abundance where there's enough to give to others and plenty of room to relax.
As someone who has lived experience,
what would be helpful for us to understand about mental health and how we support the people who struggle with mental health? You talked about your experience and your parents giving you these messages and your great keynote day giving you that message and that being a struggle. So how can we work on that? How can we approach those who are struggling? So one thing is like changing our perspective. If we think this comes from an assumption that we all in this world feel our emotions all at the same level, right? If this is true, then our mind, there's this temptation to think, oh, you're weak if you can't handle even that, right? But the thing is, that's not true. There's people all over the world who feel like, let's say a friend betrays you. For one person, it might not hurt that much, but the same thing could be traumatizing to another person. And it is not because they are weaker, but you just don't know how their emotions work, and their emotions are very intense, like I explained in my introduction of my nervous system and how it works, right? So if we know this, instead of saying things where we end up isolating these people and making them feel like something's wrong with them, we can actually be like, oh really, is that how you feel? Can you tell me more? Like, that sounds really, really difficult, And it's through this compassion, through empathy, that we can feel unity among one another, that we can be there for our siblings, our friends, our family members. So I think that's a really important thing to understand. Thank you.